Alright, so here's the story of the time I got robbed, right? I'm young, about the summer of my sophomore year. And long story short, I'm going to summer school for trig. The rules for summer school are that you can't be late more than 3 times. The only issue is I didn't have consistent transportation because the Lynx bus was about as reliable as R. Kelly around children. You know what I mean? And so, like, and so pretty much like I would run late a lot. And so on the third time I ran late, I went to the office to get my late slip, but my late slip said that I was late for the first time. So a nigga was celebrating. I was like, yes, thank you, God. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure to go to church this week. I'm gonna add extra tithes for this one. You know what I mean? Like it's all thanks to you. You know what I mean? All power to the Most High. All that, da, 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 you know what I mean? All that hallelujah stuff, right? And so from there, I go to class. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, here you go, teacher. The teacher reads the thing and it's like, oh, that's cool. Wait, first time? No, this ain't your first one. It's your third time. Don't play with me. And I was like, oh, but like, it says first time on there, so what you gonna do? And it was like, oh no, we're gonna go back to the office and I'm gonna fix it myself. And I'm like, oh, damn. And so then we walked down to the office and he was like, yo, this student's been late more than once. This should not be his first tardy. I think there's something wrong with the system. He needs to have his third tardy because he's gonna get kicked out. And I'm like, oh damn, that's crazy. And so then I had to take that L where it was like, oh man, like I just gotta sit there and like just get kicked out of the class. And so I get kicked out. Long story short, like, oh, you failed the class. You're gonna retake this on the virtual score. I'm like, alright, cool, bet, whatever, da 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 da, right? And so then I take the bus. Me being the guy that I am, I'm like, yo, I'm already off for the day. Let me take the long way around. Let me take the scenic route. Let me explore a little bit. By explore, that meant take the bus from like Evans to the West Oaks Mall, and then from the West Oaks Mall to home. So like that's exploring for me. That was like a whole new world, so to speak. I got to see some stuff. I got to see Clark Road. I got to see the West Oaks Mall. And yeah, it was nice. But like, yeah, it was time to take my black ass home. So I take my black ass on home. I take the bus from the West Oaks Mall down to the corner of Silverstein and Hiawassee, which is located promptly in the hood, because that's where I lived. And so once I took it to the hood, you know what I mean? Once I took it to the streets, as they call it, I was waiting at a bus stop near like this convenience store I usually go to, and like a check cashing place, trademark spots of the hood, convenience stores, check cashing places, gun stores, liquor stores, stuff like that. And so I'm chilling there when all of a sudden a man larger than myself comes at me and is like, hey, yo, empty your pockets, nigga. And I'm like, ooh, this man looks threatening. And so, like, I'm just like, alright. So I empty my pockets. I'm talking to give up my MP3 player. Thankfully, I did not give up my bus pass. I was still smart, you know what I mean? I didn't give up my bus pass, so I think I had some change in my pocket or something, or whatever. And then, like, bro, like, it was patting me down and all that, and I was like, this is weird. That's alright, cool, right? And so then from there, I made the fatal mistake of staying at the same bus stop, and only to have the same man come back to me and be like, hey, yo, give me your backpack, little nigga. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I gave him my backpack, and then he was like, why did I give you my backpack? He punched me, and then I gave him my backpack, because clearly the punch is the reason why I had to give him my backpack. And so then from there, I blah 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 blah. What was it? I put two together and thought, let's not have lightning strike 3 times. And so I leave, only to have another person come up to me and be like, hey, yo, give me them shoes. And I was like, damn. And so I had to give up my shoes. I was wearing church socks too. So it was awkward because I felt the heat. And then like I had to get to the bus. And then once I got to the bus, I got on the bus. I had to go to another bus stop, wait for the bus there. And then from there, I just like took it on home. And then when I got home, my cousin said hi to me, and I was like, yo, what's up, da da da. And then my cousin turned back and was like, hey, yo, why you come home in your socks? And I was like, bro, don't tell mom, but I got robbed. You feel me? My dog was like, nah, we gotta tell mom because you got robbed. And I'm like, fuck. So then I called my mom. My mom is like, what the hell? You got robbed? How? And it was like, because they kicked me out of summer school because I was running late too many times. Like, Gens, what's going on? I'm like, yo, mom, I wasn't trying to run late. Like, the bus sucks. All that, right? And then from there, my mom calls the school, and the school's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Kids are getting robbed in Pine Hills? What? Robbery happens in a high crime area? Who would have thought? And so from there, after reaching that stunning revelation, they call me and they're like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Delius, I heard you got robbed. Da 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 da. And can you give me a description of the person who robbed you? I give a description of the person who robbed me. Blah 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 blah. Right? All that. I give him my description. He said, "Oh, what did he steal from me?" I was like, "He stole an MP3 player from me. He stole my shoes." And he's like, "Oh, what kind of shoes were they?" So like they weren't even planning on replacing my MP3 player. So I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get it on my own. I'm gonna get how to live, hustle." And so like I tell them, like the MP3. I tell them, what kind of MP3 player it was. Like tell them what kind of shoes I had. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And so from there, they're like, yeah, you're still gonna have to. Take the class online and all that, but like, we're gonna do something for you. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna have something for you. And I was like, all right, cool, bet, whatever. And so then, long story short, my summer was just me playing Final Fantasy X until I had to do online work. And yeah, that is the story of how I got robbed.